there with Coach Octavian Ballou. The half on, big push, the half turn, off. The body was a little bit piked. The judges will deduct a small amount there. She's attempting to show the vault in the straight position. She does just pike a little bit, but it was very solid.
Once again, she's pushed the former European champion out of the best of things. 9.774, Simona Amena in the lead. Competition now from Spain, in the person of Joanna Harez. She's in 2 finals. Still the Spanish junior champion.
Plenty of power on the run. Yachenko, half turn into the straight front somersault. And that vault has a start value or a tariff of 9.9. Well, she's shaking her head. Cartwheel approach, unsighted momentarily, finds her bearings to make the somersault phase. Height important, style important, but landing all important. .65. Harez. Gathering her thoughts for a new vault, a different vault. Akayev in the background there, looking on. Handspring, tuck front somersault. The tariff will be down on that, with 9.7, so that's her maximum score. She'll make little impression on the higher positions. She's going to be fully aware of where she is now. Forward approach. She'll lose sight of the ground in rotation. The handspring vaults put you onto the horse nice and firmly, set up your flight, but the landing comes very quickly indeed.
.518, the average of the 2 marks, and really the not the difficulty, and the finals are all about difficulty. Plenty of difficulty will come from Lilia Paya.
And another superbly performed vault. She is so precise with her work. The round off in front of the board, the quick half turn, legs locked together, half turn out, little hop backwards. This vault requires great precision. The gymnast is blind to start with, and she must know exactly where she is.
9.812 is the score to beat, and she gets 9.8. So she can match that with her second vault, which Simona Amena could not do. Then Lilia Paya will have a second gold. She shared the gold in the last World Championships on this piece of apparatus. And of course she is the overall World Champion.
And she's nominated just a 9.9 vault. The front somersault with half turn out from the forward approach.
If it serves me right, Amena had 2.10 tariffs, did she not?
Yes, I think she did.
So interesting. She went for perfection, but for something slightly less difficult.
Yes, the forward approach, the front somersault with the half turn out. It's huge vault, so high above the horse. And you can see she opens and manages to straighten her body before landing.
The monopoly is very much broken, only 9.712, and that's only good enough for third place. There is the winner, Simona Amânar of Romania. Just to see how much more she develops between now and Atlanta. Will she be a threat in the all-around competition to Kovachova, Oginskaya, Shannon Miller, etc.? Ina Gojan with the silver medal, Kovachova with the bronze. First medals of the afternoon decided, gold and silver to Romania, the bronze to Ukraine. Simona Amânar's first gold at European level. You can do it. 10 to 12 continuous movements are required between the two bars, which stand at 2 meters 40 and 1 meter 60.
Whatever the skill on bars, pinpoint accuracy is required. They need to know exactly where they are in relation to the bar throughout the entire routine. The eyes spot the bar through pirouettes, twists and somersaults. Whatever the skill, the bar has to be found, the grasp has to be secure. The problem comes in the release and grasp elements. Hard enough when you can see the bar, and throughout the whirling of mat, floor, ceiling, the gymnast has to retain orientation and spot that bar. As soon as the bar disappears, there's just a split second to reorientate, make sure of your grasp and carry on swinging. And this is why this particular group of skills is so highly tariffed. The release and the catch. These releases, you can have your back to the bar. Again, the eyes sight the gymnast safely back onto the bar. And you can somersault forwards to catch the bar. Just a split second to orientate. See here how the eyes stay on the bar throughout all the twisting pirouette skills. She sights the bar.
Russia lead off in the person of Svetlana Korkina, tallest of the competitors.
Super event for her, this. World champion in '95 and shared the championship earlier this year in Puerto Rico. That's become a hallmark now. Half turn to back straddle and 1.5 turns pirouette. So sure of a line. Feet across the bar. And a super landing. Excellent start for the world champion on this event.
That's going to take a lot of beating.
Not only did she perform it with confidence, the difficulty was there. Gymnasts have to find 4 grades of difficulty at least, from A's, which is the most easy, to D, the more difficult, and for the very best, the E grade difficulty, of which this is one. Has to get the balance right. The gymnasts start with a 9.4, and they can get extra bonus for difficult combinations and difficult skills. And you can see she's plenty of those. Control, body shape, and always sighted on that bar. Plenty of momentum, winding up for the dismount. It's a double back somersault with full twist, and that landing is an absolute dream.
Yesterday she achieved 9.75. What an improvement. 9.825, which matches Boginskaya of yesterday and certainly offers a test to all the others. Next to go will be Lavinia Milosevic, world champion on the bars back in '92. But then she's won just about everything in apparatus finals, but always had to come up with the lesser medals in all-around competition. But she has a lot of support here. She's very much a favourite among the youngsters, it seems.
Total concentration on her face. Good smooth swing to the big Ginger somersault. She's improved her amplitude and her swing. Full turn into the Kachev. More difficulty, the extra for this competition. Up high, big dismount. Just opened a tiny bit early and had to take the pace backwards.
Which was the more difficult program, Christy?
Certainly Corkina's was the more original. Both programs were really suited to the type of gymnast they were. Milosevic doesn't swing with quite the same speed and amplitude that Corkina does. Corkina has a special sort of rhythm on the apparatus, as if she's as one with the bars. But Milosevic is always very solid. Sees the Kachev somersault well. It's not the highest Kachev, but it's always there and caught. The swing down, shoulders open, high into the dismount. You see she just opens out a tiny bit early and has to step backwards.
0.025 the difference. One step backwards away, you might say. Simona Amenar with one gold medal in her pocket.
Different shape again, and she'll be sharp, lively between the bars. Lovely Ginger. Somersault with half turn, beautifully performed. Pirouettes in handstand shape. And again, sure of hand. Just a pause in rhythm. Good Kachev. And winding the swing to get momentum for that dismount. The double straight. Little adjustment on the landing, but such an agile, lively performance from Amenar. Whereas the taller gymnast, they achieve this floating rhythm. Someone of Amenar's physique moves sharply, quickly, very positively between the bars. Changing body shape to prepare for the Ginger. That's the half turn in back somersault to catch. Plenty of swing from it. It's a sign of efficient execution. Introducing the pike. And all these routines full of different shapes. There's the pirouette. Look at the eyes locked on the bar. She knows exactly where she is. Again, pirouette. Swinging back down, very difficult combination. So this bars final, extremely difficult.
For the judges as well, they can't separate the top two. Now Lyubov Shamitko from Ukraine.
The tiniest girl we've seen so far, and a difficult mount for a little girl. She swings very fast. You can see how easily she can swing between the bars. And she shows the same beautiful straight body line. Lots of power, lots of speed. Into the full twisting double back somersault. She'll be delighted with that performance.
tighter competition. All lots in contention. Highest point for the record so far, the sixth among the 6 judges, was a 9.95 given to Korkina. But the top and bottom marks are dropped. What will they give to Shamitko?
She has got some excellent work. Lots of flight, good body line. I think there's sometimes a suspicion of bent arms in some of her casts. But exciting, lots of pace. Because she's so little, she can move very quickly. But look, just the tiny bent elbows on that handstand. And on the giant circle, the judges, it's all very quick, but they should be able to see those little errors. And that's the difference between a gold medal.
I agree with you, Christine. Out of the top 3, 9.775. Next to go, 18-year-old Lilia Pishkun. Had a rather disappointing day yesterday, but this then was her best piece of apparatus, and she's capable of getting among the medals.
She did just that in Puerto Rico. She shared the gold medal position with Korkina, the leader at this stage. So, a good sharp start. Delchev, unusual release, but beautifully performed. Winding up. Oh, and that landing could be very costly indeed. 2 paces forward, and the face will tell you.
It's the sort of thing that was going wrong yesterday, not so much on this piece of apparatus, but little things kept letting her down, and she was never in contention where some might have expected her to be.
The difficulty definitely there, but the finesse lacking. Lovely full twist, hop and the long swing above the bar, achieve flight with it. Half turn, there's the full turn. Lovely combination of work. Half turn in the somersault into a straddle front somersault, so very complex. But so much depends on the dismount. And after all that work on the bars, the twisting double somersault was not good enough.
Got 2 other finals to come. 9.725. She will not be on the rostrum in this one. Svetlana Boginskaya, second best mark on the bars, behind Milosevic 24 hours ago.
And renowned for her beautiful line on this apparatus. 2 full turns into Kachev. Always straight, tight body, 1 handstand, straight to the next handstand. Absolute control. Speed up into the dismount. Absolutely straight and absolutely landed.
I'm sure she didn't used to smile so much. I mean, the lovely thing about seeing her back in competition is that she's so much more enjoying it than she did before.
I think, as I've heard her say, I'm choosing to do this now. I'm old enough, I know what I'm doing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. As the body turns, so do the hands, and there's a point of weightlessness where she can often shift and move them without flying away from the bars. She's one of the few gymnasts here in hand guards, actually. But she's got guards, leather guards, which stop her hands blistering so much, means she can train for longer. And there's that high double straight somersault, really straight.
Taking a little more time this time, the Judges from Latvia, Hungary, Slovenia, Germany, Israel and Spain. And a bit of disparity among them. And the final score they come up with is 9.725. Well, there are some 9.8s there and some 9.7s. Surprising. Next to go, Kovachova of Russia.
Very efficient. Controls the shape well. Make sure of the handstand. Oh, she's off! Very difficult at that point, the Shamitko, which was done all those years ago so many times without mishap. But it does require you're unsighted for a second. If you're not absolutely sure of your grip on the regrasp, you find yourself sitting on the floor. Business-like performance, though. Back on with the job. Just a little flicker there. And just to prove she's capable of it. Slight arm bend through the long swings. Into the dismount, pike in the first, straight in the second. Kovachova showing maturity. Problem through the routine. Came off, got back on at that point, and showed us all that she really could do that skill.
She's a bit of an ice maiden, isn't she?
She's so determined, and here's the problem. Didn't quite just fingertip touch. Released from the bar too early. Really showing a determination. A mishap behind her and carried on. Look at the bend of the legs there. The judges will see that. Bend in the arms in the long swing. Some of the medalists will be straight arm throughout. The dismount fine. 9.262 was really all she could expect. What a pity.
Last to go again. There's Lilia Paya.
Strong flighted start there. Beautiful body line, 2 hops, high ginger. She sees the bar early. It's the straight arms and the beautiful body line. Accelerates into the dismount. The twist in the double back. A little hop on landing. Well, was it enough? The hop, she releases completely. You see her readjust that hand. Didn't quite go on cleanly. That time it did. And here, high into the somersault. And the hands come back to the bar. This is the acceleration into the dismount. The 2 somersaults with the full twist, knees locked together all the time.
Well, it's take 3 girls, take 3 golds. We have a triple tie at the top. 3 gold medals will be awarded. Gorkina gets 1. Kovachova gets another. And Amanar gets a 3rd. And for For the record, the highest mark that was awarded by any of the judges was a 9.95 for Korkina. Podkopayeva's best mark was a 9.9, and Amanar's best mark was a 9.85, but they finish up with a total each of 9.825, each with a gold medal. Competition for the balance beam medals. 2 Russians, 2 Romanians, 2 from Belarus, and 2 from the Ukraine. Opportunity for Simona Amanar to win a 3rd gold medal of the afternoon. Svetlana Boginskaya will take the votes of many. The change no Podkopaeva in this final, but Rosa Galieva of Russia, who missed the all-around competition, is among the competitors. This is again a competition about the level of difficulty in which the slightest flaw can undermine the chance of a medal. If you like, it's a balance of ambition. Well, let's look at the problems as we put you back in your gym shoes, put you on the beam. No wobbling now. The beam stands 1 meter 20 from the floor. It's 5 meters long and just 10 centimeters wide.
Many of the gymnasts will choose forward moves. These are highly tariffed because they're so difficult to land. The gymnast loses sight of the beam completely. She spots it, has to lose sight, and only regains her view as her feet land. She's spotting the beam a long time, and suddenly the world goes round. Quick landing, she has to adjust very quickly. Backwards, however, the gymnast has a lot more time to see the beam and therefore can link the tumbles together. However, it does have its own problems. Continual readjustment is necessary. As soon as the arms go back, the gymnast can see the beam, she can bring the feet in for a landing and can correct as necessary. Her eyes stay on the beam even with a wobble. As she goes backwards, the world spins round, but the beam comes back in view quickly. And she's got plenty of time to make the adjustment necessary. The best gymnasts see the beam quickly. Here her head goes back early and she can spot that landing.
Can Simona Amanar keep it going? First to go on the beam.
Very positive with her first move. Too difficult